Alright, so how is everybody doing? It's really fucking hot over here, but as you can see by the title, why things never really worked out for TNA when Dixie Carter was around. Okay, now, I didn't write a script for this video, so I'm just gonna say what comes to mind, okay? Now, there are a few things we can think of, but the first thing I want to bring up is that let's talk about what Jeff Jarrett has. I mean, Jeff Jarrett has done so much in just 6 months, and one of the reasons for that is why he was able to do all of that is because he has all these working partners. You know, he has a lot of business partners, and that is something that Dixie Carter never really had. Okay, I don't know if she never thought of it. I don't know if it could be a case of where people just didn't want to work with her. I'm pretty sure that's one of the cases, and also probably because she is a woman, because you gotta understand that a lot of these wrestling promotions are ran by men, you know. And when it comes to, as far as I know, when it comes to men doing business with women, it never really works out, because men usually always want to have the most say in how things should go. They always want to make the most decisions, so that's probably also one of the cases. But besides Dixie Carter, her own people she was working with inside the company, she never really thought of or never really did business with other promotions. And that's what Jeff Jarrett had done. And last year in my reviews, I kept bringing this up, that TNA needs partners, as in working relations, and that has never been the case for TNA when Dixie was around. So that obviously made things a little bit difficult for them. Not that they really needed to, or not that it really was necessary, or I guess you could say it was something that was just needed for TNA, even though they are the second mainstream company, and you would guess that, you know, as a mainstream company, they wouldn't need any help or such. But TNA never really did big when it came to financials, so therefore it was necessary, it was needed that they had to do business with other promotions or other people. But that never really happened when Dixie was around. Like I said, I don't know if she never thought of it or if she didn't want it to, but as you can see now, it was a mandatory thing for them to do, or else it would never really, the company would never really still be here, to say it like that. But that was definitely one of the things. But the biggest thing of all, where everything kind of went downhill, was when they lost their deal with Spike TV. Because they didn't just lose a network, they also lose a really big percentage of their fans, because a lot of people, and still today, can't watch TNA ever since they left Spike TV. A lot of people still don't have Pop TV, and that's honestly a big problem, you know. So that's definitely one of the things that Jeff Jarrett has to work on to. You know, they can't stay on Pop TV. Like, there are a lot of people that do have it, that did make the effort to actually get the channel, to upgrade a cable or whatever, but then again, there's still a really large percentage that don't have the channel. They only can watch it by streaming, and not everybody wants to stream, or not everybody has the internet for it to stream, because streaming takes, you know, sometimes doesn't really work out. I've tried this streaming thing. I don't know how people can stream, and it's really freaking annoying. You have all these buffering. Even if you have fast internet, I've noticed, if you stream, you'll still have connection problems. It will still buffer and all of that shit. I don't know how people can do that, so I'd rather just watch it on cable without any fucking problem. But so it was a really, really, really big issue when they lost their TV deal with Spike TV, and Spike TV honestly was the best network for TNA to be on, because to me it felt like with that station they literally could go out of the box with their ideas, you know. And that was also one of the stations where you could say that TNA wasn't really PG, you know. I see a lot of people on Twitter saying that how Impact isn't PG. I'm sorry, but it still is. Okay, it is. Maybe not as PG as the WWE, but they're still PG. Okay, there's still a lot of things TNA, the company, has to worry about or be concerned with what they show the audience or what they put on the TV, because they still bleep out cuss words, and whenever they have to bleep out stuff like that, then it's PG, okay, just know that. But anyways, so that was definitely one of the biggest thing, because you also had these unnecessary decisions that Dixie made constantly, especially when it came when she brought in all these legends. All for what? It did nothing for the company but lose money, because they had to pay these legends so much money, especially Hulk Hogan. Like, can't tell you how much money this guy has taken from TNA. They had to pay him so fucking much. But I will say this about Hogan: when he was around, though, a lot more people did come to the shows. There were many people that really did attend the shows just because they wanted to see Hulk Hogan. Compared to now, you look at the audience, the amount of people that are now attending the show compared to when he was around, it's a huge difference. There were a lot more people coming to the shows, especially the pay-per-views. I remember their largest audience probably had to be when the whole Aces and Eights thing from the cage. Then at the end of the show, you had people throwing beer cans and such. That was an awesome fucking show, by the way. And you had literally Hulk Hogan saying the pussy word on fucking TV, and they were on Spike TV at that time. Keep that in mind. So I will say that, but all these decisions, all these legends coming in and such were completely unnecessary. And then also you had all these promises that were made to the wrestlers, and Dixie never held her end of the bargain, and that's where things started going downhill as well. Then you had all these wrestlers starting to leave and such. It was even a bigger problem when AJ Styles left, because that's where it started. Especially when he left, then all these others started to leave bit by bits. But so it was a really tragic and sad time for TNA, but it's great to still see them around, so kudos for Dixie Carter. I still have mad respect for her. I'm still a Dixie Carter guy, as you can see, but that she has kept the company going no matter what the bullshit and whatever, until she finally decided to put it for sale or whatever. And then you have now Jeff Jarrett, who really does business for the company, who really even though I still have a problem with him changing it to GFW, but Impact, the name Impact still stays, so I'll give him a pass for that, because if he literally had changed it to just GFW, then that would make me mad, because that was him just showing his pettiness for literally trying to erase the name that actually made the whole company and all, and he shouldn't do that. Okay, I would have a problem with that, but he just kept it as GFW Impact Wrestling, so the Impact still stands, so I have no problem with that. But yeah, man, Jeff Jarrett has done so much just in 6 months, and you look at all these, he literally went and sat on tables with all these promoters. He made shit happen, as you can see it now. You have these stars coming on the show, maybe even get signed. I would have never guessed that Drago or all these other guys would make an appearance in TNA, was it not for Jeff Jarrett. Also, I think because some of these wrestlers also wrestled in his show, the GFW, which never was shown on TV, because that was one of his problems, of Jeff Jarrett's problem. He never had a TV deal, so yeah, at the same time, I kind of understand why he wants to do this whole change name thing and such, and as much as we want to see it as him using this so he can broadcast his stuff and such, I mean, we're just gonna have to accept that, though. What can you say? If Dixie Carter had given it to the WWE, then that was literally, I was done watching any mainstream wrestling, because TNA is the only mainstream wrestling I still watch. I don't watch the WWE. Not even this Mae Young Classic or whatever the fuck. I literally do not watch anything that is produced by the WWE. Not NXT, SmackDown, nothing. Okay, nothing. The only thing I still used to watch was the One Night Stand. Even though that was a WWE produced thing. Okay, they were the one that produced and shit, but that was all ECW doing, all ECW guys and such doing most of the thing, even though you could say that WWE was the sponsor of it. Okay, it was still run under their name, but still it was, those two shows were fucking amazing. I can always watch that show again and again and never get tired of it, seeing all these ECW guys, especially the whole John Cena thing. They really booed the fuck. If you want the loudest John Cena bash, hate and boos, you gotta have to watch One Night Stand. You will never hear any more boos than even what you hear today. ECW fans literally destroyed John Cena on that show, literally. But it's good to see the company, you know, making changes. Even with these views, you know, we're getting a lot of views now too, so that's a good thing. But I would still want Jeff Jarrett to really make the effort on going back to Spike TV, or a channel that where everybody can see it, you know, at least Sci-Fi, or, you know, one of those basic channels or such, man. Because all these people that keep on saying they hate TNA or whatever, trust me on this, when TNA is back on a regular or an average channel, a basic channel, you have all these people that will watch it. Trust me on this, they will watch it, you know. And also one thing about the Spike TV, I blame TNA for that too. And the reason why is that because when Dixie Carter, when the Bellator, because I if I'm not mistaken, Bellator is Spike TV their highest rated show. So when TNA had these fighters coming to their show, it almost seems as if the company didn't know how to promote these guys. Like, they didn't really know what to do with these fucking guys, with these fighters. You know, all this hype, you know, with Timo and such. There even was this whole thing with Tito Ortiz and Kurt Angle. They even said these guys would wrestle, but the thing is, nothing ever came out of it. None of it. Not even the whole Kurt Angle Tito thing, Rampage Jackson thing, Timo thing. Nothing really came out of it. You know, and that's fucked up and that's bad. And I have a feeling that is probably got to be one of the reasons why they said, you know, these guys don't know shit, you know, and all. But but either way, Dixie Carter made a bold move. She had the guts to, and not especially when she's the only woman. Well, actually there are other women. I still know another. There's another woman that runs a promotion, an indie promotion. I don't know if it's Valkyrie, but you also have Saraya Knight that has, I think Saraya Knight owns Bellatrix Wrestling or whatever it's called in the UK. I don't know, but Dixie Carter running, and she was the only one in the United States that ran a mainstream wrestling company, and that's really fucking brave, if you ask me. So she finally take the bold move to put it on auction or whatever, and then you had like first the Billy Corgan thing that escalated quickly. Even though I liked most of the things that Billy Corgan did, though he did bring a certain feel and the direction he was going. I did agree with so many things of what he did. I like what he was doing, but people that true colors always tend to show at the end. You know, you could, and when this whole thing about him not getting paid, you could definitely tell that, you know, even though he should have get paid, you know, you don't do it for free. But if you're really going to just brag about the money and this and that, then that definitely shows you that you weren't really doing it out of heart to begin with, you know. So that's where his true colors were shown, and that's where I like, okay, so that's what it's all about. But that's all I have to say, man. It was tough, really tough time, but Dixie Carter still managed to do so many good things throughout her time, especially when the whole table spot, remember that, in New York City, when she took the power bomb. That was probably the most boldest thing ever. That was also one of the best shows ever. So as much as you hate or don't like Dixie Carter, how she ran things, she still managed to do so many things that many of us still agree upon or whatever, and I'm still a Dixie Carter guy and always will be, so that will never change. So and I've been hearing rumors that she might appear on Monday Night Raw this Monday, since it's in Tennessee, and all of these TNA haters, if she really does come out to, you will hear them cheer. And yeah, that pretty much tells you enough about these so-called people that hate TNA and don't watch TNA, but they do watch it. Okay, they do watch it, they just don't want to talk about it. They're the closet haters, so to speak. You know, where you don't really like a song, but when you're at home, you're kind of still like listening to it and all that shit. Well, not me though, because when I say I don't watch WWE, I really don't watch it. Okay, of course I know everything about it because people talk about it on Twitter. You know what I mean? So, and you can't avoid that. So, but that's it, man. Jarrett is gonna do so much more. This is like only 6 months, you know, so, and if he is able to do so much in just 6 months, then I'm pretty sure he can do a lot more in the coming years. But a new TV deal, man, we need a new TV deal. We need a basic channel, definitely, so we can get the old viewers back that were on Spike TV, because believe me, they will come back. Okay, they will come back. People like cheap shit, and TNA fans are fucking cheap. So you go back to a basic channel where everybody can just watch. I guarantee you that you will get the views back, even from the haters, trust me. So that's one of the most important things that need to happen right now. But so far, everything is all good, although there's still some glitches here and there with some of the episodes. But it is what it is, so, but that's all I have to say.